Hey, Jocko, thanks for doing this.
Right on, man.
I don't know if this has ever happened at any other Origin camp, but have you heard of like pillow fights happening in the cabins late at night?
I don't know what's happening in the cabins and I don't want to know.
Okay, well, at Baxter 1, we do pillow fights every night until we knock each other out to sleep and stuff. But people have been talking around the camp that you're the type of guy to bring a mattress to a pillow fight. So we just wanted to invite you to Baxter 1 if you want to join us for our final pillow fight. You could bring your mattress.
Sounds like fun, but I won't be there.
So another question I have for you was Uncle Chael. Do you know Uncle Chael?
You mean Chael Sonnen?
Chael Sonnen.
Yeah.
I have been asked the same question, I would guess 1,000 times, and that's probably an expression, which is Chael. Tell us a tough guy story that we've never heard before.
So Chael Sonnen told us this story about you and Tim Kennedy, and I just want to get your confirm or deny or your reaction to it. He said that at some point you and Tim Kennedy he had called you to propose a match between you and Tim Kennedy, but it never came to happen. Is that something, do you remember that? Do you recall that at all?
Yeah, I remember something like that happening.
Over and over again, tell us a tough guy story. And a tough guy story for me is a little bit more sophisticated of a question than it's meant to be, because what is a tough guy? You've heard of Jocko? I'm assuming you have. And the guys at Flow wanted a military match. Tim Kennedy versus Jocko. So I called Jocko and I asked him if he wants to do the match. Jocko accepts the match on the spot. And I saw and heard what Jocko had to say about taking on the number 5 guy in the world with very little preparation, having no carrot dangled in front of him, not knowing the time so that he could even show up in shape and unfamiliar with the rules. He said one word, and the word was yes. Jocko Willink, for me, is a tough guy. He passed the test.
Whoever the promotion was wanted 2 notable military people, so you and Tim Kennedy. And I guess I wasn't sure if it was supposed to be like an MMA thing or just a jiu-jitsu thing.
No, it was probably just jiu-jitsu.
Just jiu-jitsu.
I don't think he would ask me to do MMA against Tim Kennedy when Tim Kennedy's, a UFC fighter at the time and everything.
When it comes to people like Joe Rogan or Mike Glover or even Tim Kennedy, a lot of people seem to want you to consider running for president. In my opinion, I think you're a stronger influence on the culture of America. And I think if you ran for president, I'd vote for you. But I still think that you have a stronger presence in rebuilding culture in America. So my question is, why do you think people seem interested in you as a potential presidential candidate? Do you think it's because of your history as like a Navy SEAL and just your extreme leadership?
I would say maybe just because I know those guys and see that I'm pretty calm and think through things, pretty thoughtful. I don't get super emotional about things, and I'm not very reactionary to things. So I think just level-headed, and I think it seems like sometimes the political scene can be very filled with people that are being very reactionary about things, and they say things to incite excitement and get clicks and cause drama, and I'm not really like that, so they probably think I would be more calm and thoughtful.
I think is it also, not only that you're a very competent person, but you're also aware of danger. Like, you know what danger is, and I feel like because of just how everything is right now with war in Ukraine and just all kinds of situations, I think people trust your judgment in understanding firsthand what danger is. So I don't think you would put us in unnecessary danger as a country. And I think that's maybe another possible reason why people also would consider you as like someone like that, to be in that kind of position, someone who can make that kind of judgment like, hey, this is worth or not worth whatever the potential outcome could be.
Yeah, I definitely understand war and the impact of war. So I think that's an important thing for someone that would be in politics to understand. And you're right, I don't think they very often do understand that. So that may be another reason why those guys look at me and want to throw me into the frying pan that's on fire is what they want to do. But I appreciate all those guys. Tim Kennedy's a great guy, and Mike Glover, Joe Rogan. They're just great guys. They want the best for the country. And I think that everyone in America, they speak for many people in America that are just frustrated with the politicians out there, all of them. They probably want some kind of an outsider, But I hopefully never have to go into politics. That's not really what I'm looking to do.
My last question, have you talked to Tulsi Gabbard lately about what's going on in Hawaii and stuff like that?
I only traded a couple texts with her to make sure she was okay and let her know if there's anything I could do to help. And she actually got sent out on reserve duty somewhere outside of Hawaii. But yeah, terrible what's going on over there. And we're working to do some stuff with Origin to get, one thing we know we can help out is helping out some of those jiu-jitsu schools, getting gis and stuff. So that's what we're going to do on that front.
Awesome. Thanks again.
Right on, man.
I enjoyed the camp, and I'll see you next year.
Right on. We'll see you here.